Green light. Racing in the Treuer Memorial and Stenning begin well with My General Lee. Better Than Max is off stride and galloping in the early stages, and so is Little Rascal. And as they launch into that first turn, Rykoff, Fleece and Stenning go hard. In third spot on the inside is Spare Me Days, My General Lee, and they were followed by Blazin' and Cullen. Further back then to Saloon Passage, going up along the inside now to save a little bit of ground and take closer Raw to Cond again. Taking off from the back is Pasha Cutie. 3 lengths away then to Little Rascal, and a couple away at the tail of the field is Better Than Max. The latter pair both galloped just after the start as they run down the back straight now. And up on the outside, My General Lee goes up and heads off Stenning. Around the outside now, Pasha Cutie goes up to Breeze, and they were followed next of all by Rykoff, Lease, Spare Me Days, 3 markers 5th. Next on the outside is Blazin' and Cullen, being covered up there on the inside is Cond again by Saloon Passage, and keeping company at the back of the field a Little Rascal and Better Than Max. In that pattern they work down the home straight now. 2 to go, a mile left to run, and the leader is the very heavily tried My General Lee. Only ahead to the good of Pasha Cutie, who breezes on the outside of Stenning, and Rykoff, Fleece in a good spot 1 by 1. The lead time 1 minute 12.4. They were followed next of all on the inside into the back straight turn there by Spare Me Days, Blazin' and Cullen. Cond again's covered up on the pegs by Saloon Passage, and still the last pair are Better Than Max, who just wants to fire up a little bit on the steel. And on the outside is Little Rascal, and there's only 5 or 6 lengths covering the field. The speed's really gone right out of the race, and it's still My General Lee ahead in front. In second spot on the outside, Pasha Cutie. Third under lock and key is Stenning, and they were followed next of all Rykoff, Lease, Spare Me Days and Blazin' and Cullen. Cond again's next. Third last is Saloon Passage from Little Rascal, and Better Than Max is at the tail of the field. They work towards the entrance to the lane. They'll get the winning post, the judge and the bell, and the leader is still My General Lee, but Pasha Cutie keeping it honest on the outside, and they go together. Third on the inside is Stenning, and then came Rykoff, Lease, Saloon Passage off around them. Works up on the outside of Blazin' and Cullen. Spare Me Days buried on the pegs, 3 back. And then came Cond again, Little Rascal and Better Than Max as last. So the first quarter of the last mile in 31.5 second split. It was 30 and 9, 62.4 for the half into the back now. 600 left to go in the M.H.TREUER Memorial for 2017, and it's still My General Lee. Pasha Cutie goes out after it. Stenning needs a run, and then came Rykoff, Lease. Further out on the track is Saloon Passage under a heavy drive. Spare Me Days needs racing room, and they were followed by Blazin' and Cullen. Cond again, and then Better Than Max, and Little Rascal drops out of it, but it's still My General Lee. My General Lee beats off the challenge here of Pasha Cutie. Stenning looks to be the only threat, and then came further back to Spare Me Days as they flatten for the run to the judge. The leader, My General Lee. Stenning up on the inside later, Spare Me Days, but it's My General Lee packing plenty of power. Money speaks all languages. They backed it like it was unbeatable, and it was. Too good for them. My General Lee wins the Treuer, goes home to beat Spare Me Days and Stenning. For fourth, we had either Pasha Cutie or the fast-finishing Cond again, who stormed home the inner. They were followed further back in the field there by Rykoff, Lees, Blazin' and Cullen. The next one to clock in was well back in the race, Saloon Passage, Better Than Max, and back near the tail after missing away was Little Rascal, and My General Lee wins it. My General Lee all the way.